So, to my oncologist students, just so you know, eventually the Mary does show her fangs. Okay?
Okay, so let's address the haters because you've just admitted the issue that you have is that I identify as a black woman, even though I'm 3/4 black.
And you just admitted to not having any comprehension skills, okay? But that has to do with the smooth brain up at the front. You're resistant to any lines, okay? You want to believe race is internal and has to do with your parents and your family, which would mean that race is biological. And if you have any racial literacy skills, you know that it's a social construct and not biological, okay? Race is a social construct, not a biological one. Okay, physical traits like, but not limited to, skin color and hair texture. Okay. And so with that there, can you tell me the phenotype of a black, 3/4, I apologize, a 3/4 black woman? Can you tell me that phenotype, hunky? Huh? Exactly, there isn't one. Okay. You have a hunky phenotype. Listen to what you're saying.
You got men out here identifying as women out here identifying as men, but yet you have an issue with someone who's 3/4 black, who identifies as black, but what you don't like is the way I look. You don't like that my skin is white or I have a European appearance.
It's only going to be a matter of time before you brought in some other type of hunk of shit like transphobia. And also that's gender and race are not equate to the same thing. That's a false equivalency, hunky. It really is. I thought I covered it with you. It might have been another hunky. Okay. And you keep going to, we don't like that your appearance. Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, Hage, on an individual level, personally, you are not easy on the eyes. And I'm pretty sure with the white tea people, you also are not easy on the eyes over there. And you tell us later why you come over to the black community. I digress. I don't want to give it away. Good times. But you just said because of your white skin and European features, that equates to hunky. Okay, you don't have any Afro features, nothing. There's nothing in there that says you're black, which means you're a hunky. What do, hunky? Carry your family around with you and say, hey, I'm black, look at them, I'm black. That's weird. That's just what it feels like you're doing. And repetition, 3/4 black, 3/4 black, repeating it. Like they used to say, honky heifers are the standard of beauty. It doesn't make it true, honky. It doesn't. As we see here, white tea women are not the standard of beauty. And you said you have the phenotype of a honky. I digress. So you're a misogynoir. You hate black women. You're a transphobe. You're anti-black, and you're just a typical cracker-ass honky. What's the next part, honky?
Get your head around the fact that I am 3/4 black. That's not my fault. That's your problem. So, I'm a black woman. Stop hating on me for it. So, because you fit the stereotype, and I'm not saying this to take a dig, and I look unique, that's your issue.
There it is.
Your issue is my appearance. Hateful behavior.
So, 3/4 black isn't a problem. The reason why it isn't a problem is because it isn't real. There's nothing to wrap our heads around. We understand that you can't wrap your head around that you are a hunky, but that's because the smooth brains, the lines don't take hold, right? It's so smooth, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's really smooth, okay? And you keep bringing up fifis, okay? And that's projection. It's your fifis. And no one hates you because you're a black woman, okay? The reason why, nobody hates you because you're a black woman is because you're just not a black woman, hunky. Like I said, that's smooth brain. Okay. And you tell us. You just told us, right? And you also confirmed that you are misogynoir, talking about black women stereotype. I will say this. When you pretense and say you're not saying this to take a dig, that actually means that you're about to do some anti-black racist hawkish shit. That's actually what that says. Okay. It's the colonies. Okay. And black women fitting a stereotype. That's, whoo. And you, claiming to be black, are unique. You're a unique looking black woman. You see how the erasure works? You see right there? Okay. But most importantly, it's your misogynoir. It is. And like I said, when you're around the hunkies, you're not easy on the eyes. Now, I'm not saying you're easy on the eyes over here. It's just that when you say you're a black person, it is unique and erasure. And a lot of us just feel obligated to accept you. Look at you. You're in complete Whikosis. I don't think anyone's going to be able to help you get out of that Whitabetes coma, hunky. Really. Anyway, okay, I do appreciate your videos because I get to use them again. I get to use them to help teach my oncology students. But also, I think it's going to be a great entry into the next book. Hopefully, that'll be out in July. Okay. You're welcome.